Florida judge is going to release the Epstein grand jury information from 2005 and 2007 in Florida. That's wonderful. That's great. But there is one other state, New York. The two states that hold the greatest amount of damaging evidence regarding Trump's relationship with Epstein and other powerful people with Epstein will be found in Manhattan and in Florida. Why? Because that's where he played. That's where Katie Johnson says that she was held, in Manhattan. That's where Virginia Gifford was at in Florida, and other people. They were traveling back and forward. I have the link in the description of this video to the video that I did about the Manhattan issue that's in the 20,000 emails that were turned over, and on specifically the thread that deals with Manhattan. And that's where actually the first girls who tried to step up and sued the people who victimized them was in Manhattan, and how they were treated. We have to get to this because of an honor issue. But we also have to look inside of ourselves and realize that some people were trying to turn the sexual abusing of children by elected officials and powerful people in this country, and allowing that to be turned into a partisan issue. And anyone who tried to turn or tries to make this into a partisan issue should be yelled at. That doesn't necessarily mean that what you do is, if the people who are on your political side of the aisle, right or left, that those people don't get chastised. They should be humiliated. They should be hurt. If victims are saying that they were victimized by people who are on one side or the other, it has nothing to do with the one side or the other. It has everything to do with that son of a bitch who sexually abused children. And if it's Trump that was sexually abusing children, that son of a bitch needs to go. And anyone who abused children does not deserve to be in public office, freaking period. And it's time to start accepting the fact that when MAGA and these other people were trying to tell you, as Republicans and followers of Trump, that the sexual abuse of children was all Democrats and all this stuff, and Trump trying to sit there and say it was only Democrats abusing these children, that's when you should understand that he's lying to you. Because sexual abusers of children do not give a damn about party. They are more concerned with sexually abusing children. Children who are not members of either party. They are just victims. They are toys to the abuser. We need to hold ourselves to a higher standard. We need to rely on honor and integrity. Basic levels of it, because not everyone is going to be of highest honor and highest of integrity, but there should be areas where you realize that that is a type of integrity that is unacceptable. Now, granted, everyone's going to have degrees of unacceptability, right? You know, some people are going to think, some people think that people who jaywalk are, really bad, are not the best people, because, they create concerns maybe by drivers and all this stuff, and they're not following the procedures. And other people are saying, yeah, people can just jaywalk. Who cares about traffic lights? Just go across the street. Whatever it takes, right? Either way, you don't know. Some people are going to think maybe marijuana use. Some people think marijuana is okay. Some people don't. But that's okay. You can have those disagreements. But there are areas where you got to say that I don't really care what your ideology is as a politician. Sexually abusing children should be one of those things where you just say, I don't give a damn about my party. If you're putting your unit inside of a teenage girl when you're 40, that's your problem. That is a huge problem. You don't deserve to be anywhere near elected office at all. Because teenage girls should not have to defend people who are elected officers who sexually abuse children. should have to defend that or excuse that. Those children should have to know that every single man above the age of 30 will protect them and will make those who abuse them pay for what they did. We have to step up and do that. And that's what honor is. Honor is understanding that there are certain areas where an elected official is not permitted to cross. Just not. You have to have an ethical and moral standard of which elected officials are not permitted to cross. That's how you do that. Now, your standard is going to be different from mine. And there are certain areas where we're going to really agree, but we may disagree on level of punishment. But that's okay. But it's most important to say, yes, if Trump was sexually abusing children, he should be impeached yesterday. That's it. And we're getting the files from Florida. But Florida is just for now. Next has to be Manhattan and New York. We need the data. Like, share, and subscribe. New York, Florida, turn over the goddamn Epstein files now. And Minnesota, we need the Tony Lazzaro files. Thank you.